Hi, this is Emma from Emma Space Lynn, and welcome to our Introduction to Film unit. Today we'll be going over basic film analysis, film elements, and how they contribute to the meaning of a film. When we watch a film, what exactly do we look for? If we're new to film analysis, it's easy to be a passive viewer. When we watch films passively, we absorb the images that pass across the screen the best we can. We may leave the theater and classify the film as either good or bad, and then we move on with our lives. Being a passive viewer doesn't necessarily mean we don't get anything out of films. Films can still be incredibly meaningful to us, but we may not know exactly why. When we learn to view films actively, we get so much more out of them because we know exactly what the film is doing to communicate with us. So how do we learn to view films actively instead of passively? Let's break it down into exactly what a film is composed of. Cinematography describes the art of filming. When it comes to film analysis, cinematography is everything that has to do with the camera. How something is filmed can contribute to the themes and emotions in the film. For example, filming someone from above and far away can make that character feel small. The way a camera moves can show how that character is feeling. The way a shot is composed can tell our eye what to look at.
We could walk around it in an hour, but still it was a paradise for us.
Cinematography is one way a film can visually communicate with its audience. Editing is the way films are stitched together. Films often end up with hundreds of hours of footage, and it's the editor's job to cut it down into a coherent film of an acceptable length. Editing is what guides us through the film's story. While much of editing is practical, as the films we watch are typically 2 hours instead of 200, the way a film is edited can still communicate meaning. Fast-paced cuts can contribute to the chaotic nature of a scene. Slower-paced cuts allow us to sit with the emotions of the characters a little more.
But I know what to say now. I have thought about you.
A cut may show us that there's something important in the room we need to pay attention to. Cuts between people and objects can help the viewer make a connection between the two.
I swear, soaked in the wood. Gilded in our image.
Editing can create mood, reveal important information, and explore themes in a film. The art department is in charge of designing everything we see on camera. This includes production design, sets, props, costumes, hair, makeup, and more. Art is one of the most important elements when contributing to the mood of a film. Color has a huge impact on whether we feel hopeful or hopeless. Costumes can cue us into what time period or country a film takes place. Production design and cinematography can work together to make a beautifully composed shot. Art is crucial for immersing us into the world of a film. While films originally did not have synchronized sound, music and sound are crucial for communicating with an audience. Music in a film can tell us how we should be feeling. Let's look at some examples. How does this make you feel? What about this? Music is crucial for setting the mood of a film, not to mention how iconic some scores can be. Sound effects can immerse us into the setting of a scene. The way characters speak to each other tells us a lot about who they are as people.
You're not likely to... Currently. I wasn't making a comment on your parents. I was just saying that you go to BU. I was stating a fact. That's all. And if it seemed rude, then of course I apologize.
I have to go study.
You don't have to study.
Why do you keep saying I don't have to study?
Because you go to BU. Want to get some food?
Music and sound contribute to setting a mood, establishing a setting, or revealing a character. Acting is probably the most recognizable film element, as we are all very familiar with actors and what they do. Award shows are proof that American culture is quick to reward great acting. An actor's voice, physicality, facial expressions, and look all contribute to how we perceive that character.
And starts to drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake.
Acting helps us better understand the characters and further immerses us into the film's world. The way a film is written influences how we interpret the events in the film. In a classic 3-act structure, a film revolves around something disrupting the normal life of the character. The character then must struggle to make things right again. The character reaches a breaking point, and finally the film is resolved. We often have a protagonist, the main character we're rooting for, and an antagonist, the force working against our main character. Some films opt to break a classic film structure for a more non-conventional structure. The film can choose to jump around time periods and locations in a way that is potentially confusing. This itself is a choice to communicate the film's themes. Writing not only helps us understand what's happening in a film, but helps us understand the film's themes. The director is the one who puts all of these film elements together. While film is definitely a collaborative art form, the director is seen as the mastermind behind the film. Directors often have distinctive styles and are known for certain types of films. It is the director's vision that's executed by the crew that creates a united final film. If we understand how these elements work individually, we understand the film as a whole. This understanding helps us become a more active viewer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more in-depth looks at some of the basics we covered today. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover in a future video, please leave it in the comments. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.